All right, so I'm going to talk to you about a text message I sent to Evelyn this morning. We had a pretty good discussion with them about, what our goals are for listings in the future. But the other things, or the message that I sent to them this morning, is a message that's appropriate for everybody. So, and we're going to break it down into basically we're going to remind ourselves and of when we receive feedback. And somebody tell me, what is feedback? What is feedback? It's always should be treated as the same thing that we get at Christmas,
A gift.
or Hanukkah, or yeah,
Feedback is a gift.
or Ramadan, or what's all the other things that I can name?
Birthday.
On your birthday, yeah. Andrea said it best. Feedback is always a gift. And sometimes we get like, oh, well, I didn't like the way the message was delivered to me. Well, I mean, if feedback, like, if somebody comes up to you and they're just a total rude jerk and they're giving you feedback about something that you're doing, the two choices you have to decide is like, well, am I going to respond to the behavior or the tone that's being sent to me in or carried across to me? Or am I going to scrape that off and just listen to the feedback? Because sometimes our clients, right? Our clients can get super direct with us and we can get really pissed about that. And so there's two paths to travel that we can go into, and one is the 3 C's and one is the 3 R's. I know I've talked about this before. But if you're truly sick about it and you don't want me to ever bring it up, then I'd like everybody who within the sound of my voice to tell me what exactly the 3 C's and the 3 R's, because I guarantee you that somebody listening to me right now has forgotten.
3 C's: communicate, compromise, cooperate.
That's it. So somebody help me with the 3 R's.
Does that mean revenge? I don't remember the first.
Yeah. So the very first one is the beginning of that, when we're like, wow, this guy's a super jerk. He's telling me something that's the truth, but he's a super jerk and I'm just not having it. That's resistance. So it's resistance, okay? Resistance. And then what starts building up? What's that emotion? Resentment. Man, I really resent this J-hole. I don't even know what that means. Why do people call each other J-holes? We don't want to know. It's probably something super negative. But and then we do acts of like either not communicating or doing something intentional, and then we call that revenge. So again, our feedback can be received, and we can go down one of two pathways. And then what I shared with Evelyn and JT this morning was that there was and I talked about this before, that there was a Native American old man, wise old Native American chief, talking with his brave new Indian warrior that was about to become a man, and he was going to go into the forest and hunt a wolf, and to show that and demonstrate that he was a man, and stay out there a couple days with only whatever was on his back and survive the night and days. And that the old chief said that you would come across 2 wolves fighting, and one would be the black wolf and one would be the white wolf. And the white wolf represents what are the positive principles that we want to have in our lives. As the white wolf figuratively represents.
3 C's.
3 C's are the principles we want to have in our lives. What are other principles that we'd like to have in our lives?
Integrity, respect.
Integrity, respect. What else?
Humble,
ethical. Humble, ethical. What else?
Respectful, teachable.
No repeats.
Trust.
Trustworthy. What else?
Being accountable.
Being accountable. Having commitment. Being a person of your word. What else?
Yeah. Caring.
Caring. JT, you have one, JT?
That was
Yeah.
Caring.
Loyalty.
Loyalty. What else?
Love, compassion, courage.
Love, compassion, courage. Love those. I like those ones. What else?
Graciousness.
Being gracious. Being gracious. Having grace when people and others around you don't have grace. Being at peace. Having a sense of fulfillment. And having an attitude of gratitude. Did you know that when you Martin Luther King says, don't have hate or keep it close to your heart, because when you keep hate close to your heart, there's no room for love. And so all those things that we talked about, when those are in your mindset, there's no room for the negative opposite. When you do have the negative opposite in your mindset, in your mood, in the way that you behave, there's no room for those positive principles. And so the Native American chiefs told to the old chief told to the young warrior, when the warrior asked him, well, which one of the wolves will win in this battle that I'm about to see, figuratively, literally, or in some kind of dream or in a reality? And the chief said, the one that wins is the one that you feed. And let's talk about that. How do we feed the white wolf? What are the actions and strategies that we know and need to do on a daily basis?
Affirmations.
Affirmations is the one we feed, how we feed the white wolf. How else do we feed the white wolf?
Learning, reading.
Yeah. What else?
Being around positive people.
Getting around positive people.
And also emitting positive vibe.
Yeah, projecting, shall we say, projecting a positive vibe. You know those friends, relatives, strangers that are emitting negative vibes? You know, I'm telling you right now, as I say that, those people's names and or the images of them are popping in your mind. They're probably some of our clients. You're like, they've just got a negative vibe. They're always whining, complaining, super negative. If I say right, they say left. If I say up, they say down. No matter what I say, they're going to say the opposite because they just don't want to be in a state of gratitude.
My pastor says that you can either be a life giver or a life sucker.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Other ways I've heard that. Either an energy giver or an energy taker. Right?
Energy vampire.
Energy vampires. You know who those people are if we allow them to. And by the way, they only have power if you give it to them. Right? Okay. So that's it. Just a short message for today. And every day is a new day. So sometimes we're all guilty of it. And we fluctuate from both the white wolf and the black wolf, from negative behavior and positive behavior, from good habits and bad habits. We're constantly fluctuating. From the day that Adam and Eve took a bite out of that apple, it was all fluctuation. Prior to that, it was like only on one side of the deal. It was only the white wolf. But Jake mentioned it the other day. Jake, what did you mention about love and the light and everything? How do we know it's there? You remember what you said, Jake, yesterday?
Mindfulness?
Yeah, it's just with you or somebody else, but we know it's there because we know the dark is there. Without the dark, we don't know about the light. If it's all light.
That was Derek.
Oh, Derek was the one that said. Derek went to the dark side.
He loves the dark side. He embraces it. That's why he's like, that's just his thing.
When a client is totally rude and hangs up on you, that gives you an appreciation for the ones that do want to cooperate. And I will tell you right now, go from abundance to know that. Would you guys agree? And here's from your message from your leadership, which is me. I am always thinking to create. I am always thinking to create. Because Adrian and I are not in production, we can spend more of our mental energy on ways to get more efficient with lead gen, with systems and everything to support you. I just heard a commercial on the radio this morning. They always roll in every couple of months, and it has to do with real estate. What is that commercial typically about? It has to do with real estate. They roll into Hawaii every couple months.
Invest in real estate.
Invest in real estate. No money down. Hi, my name's Todd, and I buy homes in New Mexico, and I'm going to be in Honolulu. Text get rich quick to pound 4449, and I'm going to send you 2 tickets. Now we
Get a free book.
Yeah, there's one rolling in right now, a guy named Pham or something like that. Maybe he's Vietnamese. I don't know. Or Tom. Maybe I misheard it. But here's what I just sent a text message. I sent an email to a voice to text email to Robin this morning, and I'm going to read it to you. Then we're going to wrap it up with some ahas. But to think is to create. You see here, where is it? Come on, phone. This phone is not moving as fast as my brain. Robin, subject line, real estate workshops that come to Oahu. I want you to get them or on our calendar for discussion. Content of the email. I want you to get in contact information for whoever's promoting these, would like to reach out to them and be their real estate team that they're going to work with here in the state of Hawaii every time they come here. I know what they're doing is generating education leads for people who want to spend money to get educated, but that database is powerful because it's people who most likely have an entrepreneurial mindset that we could recruit to KW. And it also has people out there chasing down leads for buyers or sellers, of which 90% of them they can't work with because the numbers don't work out. Do you think there's any other realtor or real estate company that is, I'm telling you, that's how my brain works. The I buy homes on the signs on the telephone poles, Adrian C, me, I call them.
You saw Chris take them down.
Yeah, but I call them and we reach out to them because we can look at that as an opportunity or just some pain in the ass commercial. And for Bradley and Laura, what happens after those things roll into town? What kind of inbound calls do we get? Bradley.
We get some what's out there, pretty much inventory, and people get interested, and that's pretty much what I get from them.
We get this, big ass air quotes, investors calling in.
Investors, yeah.
They're using the script that they learned in the workshop. Hey, I'm looking for properties that fit this criteria. Can you help me out? And they're calling every single real estate realtor on the island, all you buyer agents, and getting you to run around town looking for properties for them. That they're going to do a subject to contract because they don't have the money, can't qualify, and they're going to do an assignment contract. They're going to do an ABC close. They're going to bird dog this for some mainland investors. They're going to crunch the numbers unless it's something like super perfect. And they're going to be doing that. So these are people that are sick and tired, got day jobs, and they want to be able to work with us with a real estate company that's going to, and then, it's get rich quick. It's get rich quick. I'm telling you right now, get rich quick in real estate is BS. There's no such thing. It's get rich slow.
Good.
So anyway, we're gonna be pursuing that every time those people roll into town and generate more leads for you guys. How does that sound? All right, Mitzi, what's your big takeaway for today, Mitzi?
It's either you're a life giver or a life sucker.
Yeah, life giver or life sucker. Jody, you got any big takeaways or anything you want to share with us today, Jody? Oh, Jody, anything for us today, Jody? Oh, we must be on mute. All right, Evelyn, for us, what's your big takeaway for today, Evelyn?
To not only embrace the light, but you got to embrace the dark.
Embrace the dark, yeah, because it gives us appreciation for that. And then David, bring us home, David. David and Goliath.
Hey, yeah, avoid the 3 R's.
Avoid the 3 R's. The first step is recognizing what they are and recognizing that behavior in yourself. By the way, if you want to minimize that behavior in the people that are around you, who do you need to start with? Yourself. We really don't have any control over how people go into the R's or the C's. All we have is control over ourselves. And people will, whatever, I'm going to tell you right now, whatever you are getting in your life is a reflection of you. Whatever you are receiving in your life at this moment and into the future is a reflection of you. And if you truly believe that, reflect out into the world what you want. Okay, guys, I hope this was helpful. Hope we had some value for you today. And go out there and rock and roll. Go chase that white wolf, okay? Aloha.
Have a
Thanks,
great day.
Veronica.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Yeah.